Home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 20 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He breaks a tackle. The Cougars get enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun to give, looking for room. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Melton. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, and all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And it's no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
1st and 10 coming up. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. Quick strike complete. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Give to the running back. Thrust that arm out.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Back to the air one more time. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Houston offense once again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Coming after it. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Defense playing a bail technique. On third down, he drops to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last one.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Need. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Snap it to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here with the run on 1st and goal. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on 2nd down. Corners are going to bail. To the air, it's Wegman. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Secures it at the 30. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to put him at push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. He got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking downfield, it's Beckman. Finds the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. Texas A&M going quickly. Shotgun snap on third down. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the toss. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Better find Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Cougars have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stop at the line is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching the film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Field goal is good, and they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Catch in the middle, it's Barber. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. These corners backing off a bit. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabs over the middle. It's Allen. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
This is an offense that has has skill. They've got speed. And because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They want that clock to run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this range is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking for a man. It's Quegman. Finds his tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Fires to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. On the run, it's Moss. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll run it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
From the gun. Looking for the score. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Weckman. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Houston offense once again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the move is the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the 1st down and getting out of bounds.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Houston.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Melton.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs 3 ways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Wide receiver. He runs out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Houston.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You play well throughout the 2nd half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.